right, guys, part 4. Let's go. Hey, someone's got to win a hoodie tonight. Let's go. Oh, no. No, okay.
4 murdered students.
Yes, I know.
A panicked campus.
Well, were they?
And now the world's eyes on Moscow,
There's the
Idaho.
knife.
Now to the murders of those 4 college students from the University of Idaho.
As investigators try to figure out what happened in that house.
Hey, can I get a
King Road.
cheeseburger?
We've told the public very clearly
Hey, there's Fry.
that we believe it was a targeted attack.
There's Mr. Fry. Don't see him very much.
They said, oh, this was a targeted attack, nothing to worry about. And my first question was, but you don't have anybody. That means there's somebody still out there. How could we not worry?
Does that person even live in Moscow? Or is she just an idiot? Or, you know what I mean? She's just a whatever.
We don't want to put our investigation in jeopardy by releasing what we have.
The investigation
which is not much.
Massively. We were trying to get every piece of
Well,
video
that's
footage from that day, from every surveillance camera in town, captured from that night.
Mm-hmm.
Right across the street from Xana's bedroom is a house. They have surveillance footage of a white Hyundai Elantra circling the house in the early morning hours of November 13th.
We quickly realized that we had
Can you consider that a white Hyundai Elantra?
this white vehicle.
White
during this
vehicle.
time, leaving at a very fast, high
Do you know it's white?
rate of speed.
You can see it is burning out of that neighborhood.
Burn it.
So we believed at that point this was the vehicle of our subject. So we narrowed it down to a 2011 to 2016 Elantra.
That's not what you did at first.
Believe it or not, when we ran Idaho registrations and just looking local, we had over 25,000.
The search to track
Right, and you didn't follow up with 25,000, did you? No.
down that car has no limits.
We are just wanting to talk to the individuals who are in that vehicle.
All 25,000?
Investigators also have a crucial piece of evidence found at the crime scene, left behind by the killer.
Oh, there it is.
A sheath
Well, that ain't no one's ever seen it yet, so.
for a K-bar knife.
This knife sheath was found under Maddie's body in the bed.
Oh, okay.
Immediately it stood out because it was in stark contrast to the entire house.
About 4 days in, the lab came back and said they had a sole source male DNA found on the button of the knife sheath. But there was no matches in CODIS for that DNA.
Oh, there's also blood right on the knife sheet. Right, you fucking FBI fucking corrupt prick?
Once we know we had the DNA from the sheath, then we flew that to Othram.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
They started to
And then
develop
you worked your magic.
and work their part of it.
They work their magic, is what you're going to say, and well, now we can concoct this to anybody.
It's a company in which we build technology to basically bring certainty to investigation.
Oh my God! Look at these people. Yeah, they are Othram employees.
Forensic
These people.
genealogy is a tool.
What's
that we
up, bro?
use to identify
He's a
someone or
CEO.
find their relative.
This guy. Okay. Hey,
So
I don't know.
I got a call and I was out.
I was like, maybe we should go to a ball game or go golfing. I mean, I don't know. I hate golf.
What is the fastest that we could produce a result? Kristen was adamant that we get these folks answers.
I can't imagine that being my child and knowing that there's someone out there that could help. We have to help. How fast can we get this DNA?
Yeah.
It was a sergeant.
How fast can we snooker somebody in with it, right? Well, with it, we have to concoct the lone wolf. So yeah, we're gonna that could be anybody's DNA on that button, that little button. But where's the blood though? There's blood on the knife sheath. Remember what happened to that?
Sergeant from the Moscow Police Department who got on a plane in Boise. They flew directly to Texas and
Evil Santa. Yeah, he's looking pretty casual there. Everybody else is dressed in a jacket. You got fake fucking prosecutor, fucking corrupt bastard.
and delivered it to Othram.
Uh-huh.
They brought us down a tube of DNA that was remaining from that knife sheath.
Oh.
That DNA extract contained a lot of DNA. It was not a trace amount of DNA. It was 500 times more DNA than we generally see in our low quantity DNA cases.
I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't believe that for 1 second. Not from a little skin cell. No, I don't believe that for 1 second at all. I think they're trying to say the blood that was found contained that much DNA. Not that little skin cell, whatever, on the underneath of the button. No way.
The
No way.
technology at Othram is then able to build a profile that's
No
uploaded
way.
to genealogy databases, which search for people who are connected to that unknown DNA.
Who are you talking to? This annoys me. She's the narrator, right? Well, who the fuck you talking to? You should be looking at the camera.
In this particular case, there was a unique biogeographical ancestry that allowed us to kind of narrow the search even early on.
Right.
And
How'd
what
you
we
do
found
that?
is that there was a multi-generational American family based in Pennsylvania.
How did you do that, though? You did it illegally by going into genealogy websites.
Genetic relatives that were related to the person we were looking for.
While there's a massive, multifaceted investigation working to find him, Brian Kohberger leaves Washington and heads home to Pennsylvania for winter break. He drives across the country with his father in that white Hyundai Elantra.
Hello, how you doing? How y'all doing today?
So it's a long trip from Moscow, Idaho, all the way to Pennsylvania. Kohberger's pulled over twice during this time.
Right up on the back end of that van.
What time is it? I don't know.
So y'all work at the university?
Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah.
And he's pulled over for following a vehicle too closely, both times.
By the time the Kohbergers arrived back in Pennsylvania, the FBI had taken over that genetic genealogy search from Othram. And just over a month after the murders, investigators get a name.
Oh. Just,
on December 19th,
yep, there you
the
go.
investigative genealogy team leader calls
Okay,
in,
Bill.
and he says, "Hey, Darren," he goes, "I have a first name for you.
Bill.
It's Brian." And he goes, "Hey, we also have a last name for you, Kohberger."
Oh.
And he drives a white Hyundai Elantra.
Sure.
Once we had his name at that point, immediately we knew that he was in Pennsylvania.
When did the surveillance on him start?
Immediately.
You already had his name. You already had his name. And you already had the real perpetrator's story, and all you did was attach the parts of that real story to Brian in your concoction of this whole entire thing. Now, I don't know if the Kopaka was the original fall guy or not. I don't know, but they certainly plucked the loner, right? They plucked the outsider, and they already knew who Brian was when he interviewed for that internship there in Washington. They already knew him, and they may have already had. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just saying.
He only left the house 3 times, and he was noticed to be wearing rubber gloves all the times he had left the house.
Right, because he has OCD, correct? Because he has OCD, okay? That's not nefarious. See, they're trying to say, oh, because he's wearing gloves. Oh, well, that means he's up to no good. No, he has OCD.
So he pulled the trash.
The agent on scene had made contact
The agent on scene planted... No,
contact with the trash company to be able to ride that truck to collect the trash.
The truck.
They sorted anything that could contain DNA. They found an item in the trash that had male DNA. They're coming back and says, we have DNA in this trash that is the father of the DNA left on the knife sheet.
Yeah.
Once we had the DNA paternity match from the trash pull.
From a Q-tip specifically.
Yeah, we knew at that point
From a Q-tip.
that we had the person whose DNA was on that sheath.
At that point, you have what you need to get an arrest warrant for Brian Kohberger.
And news of an arrest spreads fast.
The big story on Action News tonight is a major break in the murder of 4 Idaho college students.
People in this sleepy Poconos community are stunned.
We got live feed. We saw the armored vehicles roll in, them make entry, and we get the call out in custody.
Ooh. Tough. Oh.
And we want to get right to our breaking news as we come on the air. The arrest of a 28-year-old man in Pennsylvania in connection with the brutal murders of 4 University of Idaho students.
Nearly 7 weeks after the brutal murders, an arrest is finally made.
Pennsylvania State Police make that arrest. We've got live feed coming from the helicopter from Pennsylvania State Police. We're getting constantly updated on what's going on, telling us, yes, they've got Brian in the house. We saw the armored vehicles roll in, them make entry, and we get the call out in custody.
Detectives arrested 28-year-old Brian Christopher Kohlberger in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania.
Kohlberger faces 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of felony burglary.
Yep.
Authorities have not revealed a possible motive just yet. People in this sleepy Poconos community are stunned that one of their own has been arrested in connection with this grisly crime.
Agents from the Scranton office of the FBI, after the arrest, interviewed Brian's parents. They were, aghast. We do know there was conversation among the family about, hey, Brian does drive a car like that. Brian, do you think, and it was immediately quashed. There's no way Brian could do this. No way. Nobody can comprehend that their child is capable of something like this.
Or he just didn't do it.
What was his reaction to
Just saying.
the national media attention?
He was very surprised, actually. He
You think?
didn't realize that it would garner national media news, I would say.
Really?
Yeah, it actually was. It was surprising because he inquired as to which outlets were actually circling.
Police department, search warrant, come to the door.
After the arrest, police in Washington searched Kohlberger's apartment. And in these just released photos, you can see the Spartan place he left behind.
Yeah, nothing.
One of the few personal items they found is a birthday card from his parents.
Right. And there's another card there too.
Taken back to the Pennsylvania State Police barracks immediately upon being arrested and had given what turned out to be about a 2.5, 3 hour statement. It was a significantly long time that he interviewed until he asked for an attorney.
What did he tell you about that interview?
He was very limited. I didn't want to know a lot about the case because he was going to have an attorney that would represent him on the murder charges. I want to make sure he's aware of how the process is going to play out. I want to make sure he understands that the death penalty may be considered in the case.
You thought right away it would be a death penalty case.
Oh, absolutely. I had zero doubt.
Brian Kohlberger agreed to be extradited, and he was flown across the country to the Moscow Pullman airport and then brought here to the Latah County Jail to face murder charges while the world watched.
I don't know. I would have fought extradition, guys.
When they brought him off the plane, people were like, we got him. Thank God he wasn't a local. He wasn't one of us.
Kohlberger's attorneys enter a not guilty plea for him, insisting that he's innocent.
I would have fought extradition.
But prosecutors decide to pursue the death penalty. And as they prepare for trial, they dig into every part of Kohlberger's life, particularly his digital life.
Right.
Sifting through his Amazon purchase history that showed he bought a K-bar knife and sharpener back in Pennsylvania. And they look at his cell phone and computer search.
Okay, where's the receipt for that? Sorry, where's the receipt?
Days before his arrest.
On Christmas night, the 11 o'clock hour, heading into the very early morning of the 26th, he was on a rudimentary website called Serial Killer Timelines. Just a list of hyperlinked names. And he just went down this list and clicked one after another for 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours? Yeah. Sure.
December 27th. There's some sort of a show that he watched. It's a YouTube, and it's Ted Bundy sort of standing facing forward with a hood pulled up and over the front. And on 12/29, just 2 days later, he's taking a picture of himself looking like Ted Bundy.
Oh, see that. See, there you go. That must be.
Investigators
That
weren't
must be
able
the
to make
same.
direct link
Must be a.
between Brian
He must
Kohberger
have did
and any
that.
of the
Oh,
victims.
so he was emulating Bundy. Oh, that's what you're trying to say. Okay. Still, there's no proof of anything here, guys. There's no evidence of anything. Nothing.
Those digital forensic experts did find something interesting on his phone. The FBI gave us keywords and said, okay, search for these things. We needed victim names. We needed what did they call their Wi-Fi. So all these things, we searched for it. And I remember saying to Jared, I have a hit for Mad Greek. Remember, Mad Greek is that Moscow restaurant where Maddie and Xana
What was the where?
This
What's the
search
hit?
for Mad Greek, however he arrived at it, was done through the Google Maps app.
What we can say is that Mad Greek was presented to him on his phone. It doesn't necessarily draw a hard line to these victims.
Nope, because there's no proof that he was ever there.
Now to the sudden and stunning turn in the Idaho College murders
Yep,
case.
yep.
After insisting his innocence for nearly 3 years, defendant Brian Kohberger today pleading guilty to fatally stabbing 4 students.
Kohberger had maintained his innocence the entire time, but he decided to change his plea from innocent to guilty.
Yeah, at the last
That
minute.
was huge.
The last minute.
And as part of that plea deal, prosecutors agree to take the death penalty off the table.
We got what we wanted. And we got what the
Yes,
law
you did. You got a
got
plea,
what we
Bill.
wanted, though.
You got a plea
That we
because you had no fucking case, Santa.
does not include all of the victims'
didn't have a case,
families.
Santa.
There are victims' families that have been very
You
public
fucking
about wanting
disgusting
more, perhaps a taped confession.
Prosecute.
The
You're not even.
location
You're
of
not
the
even
murder
a.
weapon.
You're,
You don't feel like you didn't feel like you could have asked for those things.
There was no legal way we could have compelled those. And quite frankly, there's nothing that he could have said that I think would have been credible or believable. And
Sure.
the minimizing and the lies that would have even been more damaging
Okay.
and
Minimizing.
frustrating to everybody.
Sure.
Be seated, thank you.
Without a trial, Kohberger moves right to a sentencing hearing, and the loved ones for the victims finally get their own day in court.
All right, so with that, let's start with then impact statements.
I just wanted to.
Oh no, we're not listening to her
reclaim our
bullshit.
power. The truth is,
Oh,
as dumb as they come, sloppy, weak.
you're as dumb as they come. You're sloppy and you're weak.
But he still has to sit and face the families of his victims.
All right, so with that, let's start with then impact statements.
The first statement comes from one of the 2 surviving roommates, Bethany Funke. She's unable to be in the courtroom herself, so her statement is read
For
by
no reason.
her friend and also one of the first people to arrive at the house that day, Emily Alon.
I was so frantic that morning and scared to death, not knowing what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
And when I made the 911 call, I couldn't even get out the words.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, I don't remember a thing. I wish more than anything I could hug them one last time.
Mm-hmm. No,
I
you
wish
don't.
I could tell them how much I love them.
No, you don't. That's why you should have called 911 in the morning, like 4:30.
I will keep living for them as long as I am lucky enough to still be here.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the second surviving roommate, Dylan Mortensen.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan, just take your time, all right?
Huh. Here we go. There's the drama. Oh, here we go. Gotta work into it. Work into it.
I was barely 19 when he did this.
You were 19. Don't play that fucking child card.
I was forced to learn
You're a drug. You're a fucking alcoholic. At least by 19, you're a fucking alcoholic and you're psychotic.
how to survive the unimaginable.
Don't play this fucking boohoo, I'm a little girl kind of fucking nonsense. Fuck
I
you.
want to be alone. And then there are the panic attacks.
Oh, panic attack, sure.
The kind that slam into me like
Oh.
a tsunami out of nowhere.
Ooh.
I can't breathe. I can't think.
We already know that.
I can't stop shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Living is how I honor them.
This must be the hair you're talking about. This hair here. Yeah, what do you mention that there's a hair? Is this what you're talking about? Somebody's hair here. Interesting. That's not belonging to Dylan, is it? Is that Dylan's hair that comes off? What that's? It's weird. I don't know. Huh. Strange. I don't know, guys. It's kind of weird. Not sure. That's strange. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is that Dylan's hair?
Speaking today is to help me find some sort of justice for them. He may have taken so much from me, but he will never get to take my voice.
He didn't take your life. Your friend. Well, you know who it is already. Come on now. Oh no. Oh, not the mutt.
After another.
Just the mutt.
Family members describe the loved ones they lost. And notably, among them is Kaylee's sister.
Oh no. No. They skip over all the good ones, actually. And they show this shit.
My sister Kaylee and her best friend Maddie were not yours to take.
Okay, we're not watching.
They were not yours to study,
I'm not giving her any more
fuck.
She's a fucking spoiled little bitch. You know, she wants to be the bad girl. She wants to be the tough girl. She's a fucking she's a fucking twit. Fucking twit. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck off. You don't need to fucking clap. Fucking morons.
The Chapin family was not at the sentencing.
Nope.
They chose instead to honor Ethan privately.
Oh, sure. By giving the money to his brother. Right there. Look at this guy.
The Chapins recently got to visit that DNA lab that played such a crucial role in solving this case. It came after a chance meeting a few years back.
This stranger, who I did not know, came up and she just wrapped her arms around me and hugged me. And she just said, "We are working on your case and you don't have to worry.
Everything will be okay.
Everything's going to be okay. That there will be justice in the outcome."
I mean, that was what I was trying to relay.
Right. And that's how it felt. Jim and I would rely on that information to, in your toughest days, you were like, "Kristen told us not to worry." And we use that.
The Chapins now want to help advocate for the work being done at this
I knew there was a business play here involved.
lab.
Maybe our family could become a face for the victim side of what these people do. If we can make a positive impact for the future on some level, it's important.
I miss him every day when you lose your
They're like, gee, how can we make money off of this?
son.
It's exactly what these fucking things do.
At 20, it's a different loss. And I miss him every single day.
I imagine.
Right?
Maybe.
It's nice that, when we have so many different photographs and
Who,
videos.
I still don't know who this idiot is.
Voices.
Still don't know.
They were some really, really cool people.
Alright, enough of the dog.
It helps to remember them and not what happened to them.
Hopefully one day they're just seen as who they are and
Sound
not what
bites.
happened to them.
Okay.
And just as college is starting again, there's now a memorial garden at the University of Idaho with a plaque bearing the name of each of the 4 victims.
Yeah, that's nice.
As for Brian Koberger, David, he
That's
received
something.
4 life sentences, 1 for each of his victims, and an additional 10 years for burglary. As part of that plea deal, he waived his right to an appeal. That's our program for tonight. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Deborah
bye-bye.
Roberts.
And I'm David Muir from all of us here at
Okay,
2020
bye-bye. Oh my god, guys. Go. Part 1 of the Hobbit boohooing. Well, actually, I should call it Part 2 of the Hobbit boohooing and acting like a 5-year-old child. Let's see. Let's go.
This is stressful, okay? What you heard, what you saw,
Stop crying.
and any timeline you need.
I didn't hear anything. Why are you crying?
Trying to figure out what happened, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So just take a deep breath for me. I know this isn't gonna be easy.
Aww. I see. Can you make me some cocoa, please? Can you make me some cocoa? I'm sorry for killing my friends. But we watched too many Vampire Diaries. And Dylan talked me into it. And then we had two crazy frat friends over, and they wanted to do it. And so, I don't know, I went in my room and I saw a firecracker. Fuck you. Hobbit. Bethany. Yeah, this comes from, sorry, this is where I get it. So check, I think she was the first, guys. Check her out. Why are you crying?
And you live there at 1122 King Road?
Yeah.
How's the phone number for you?
Now, what I like to see in this one, of course, are the tone shifts. How we go from crying, boo-hooing, until our normal speaking voice. And then we're paying attention to the totality of her statement, the totality of her story. And once we do that, and again, if this was a real investigation, this person who's not a real cop here, this guy doesn't know how to interrogate a flea, but I suspect. But no, if this was a real interrogation, if this was a real homicide detective, you're not going to be giving them s'mores and lighting a campfire and making some fucking s'mores with these people, okay? You know, no, you got to treat her as if she's a suspect, not a 5-year-old little girl here, idiot. And that's exactly what we see this idiot do. 8th grade education, my guess, right here. But, well, I'm just saying, you know, most of them are almost barely graduate high school, but we're not going to go there. Yeah, but this is not a real investigation. This is certainly not an interrogation. Again, you got to go in there with your blazing guns, right? Blazing guns. Time is of the essence. So you're a suspect right now in front of me. You're a suspect. So don't play patty. We're not playing patty cake here, asshole. But that's exactly what they do.
What state you're in,
Nevada. Well, what are you doing in Idaho then? Now, why'd you go to school in Idaho? You could have went to UNLV.
Do you have your phone here with you?
Yeah. And then you say, well, I need... So I'm going to need to confiscate that right now from you.
What we're going to be doing is taking people's phones for a little while.
There you go, right.
So because I don't know if you called anyone or made any phone calls or anything like that. What we do in an investigation like this is we try and collect as much information as we can. Okay? Even if it might be small, you may not think is important for us to find out what happened, but is very crucial. So taking something off your phone might be extremely useful for us. Even if it's something that you don't realize, okay? And we'll try to get that phone back to you as fast as we can. Okay? Is that okay with you? Okay. So, this is your phone here?
Yeah, can I tell my mom?
That's fine.
Text my
Your mom. Yep.
Call your mom for what?
And then what I'm going to need is your passcode. Your phone, or here between the two of us, we can even turn off your passcode, okay?
Why does she need to call her mom?
How do you take off the...
And if it won't let you do it, that's fine. You can just come in here and tell me what your passcode is.
I just don't know my...
I'm surprised you remembered it. No, not really.
And what type of...
Can I call my mom to speak real quick?
Alright, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay. Any social media, do you have like Facebook or anything like...
Yeah, she does. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all the other shit. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, they're blocking all this out.
do you have any other social media type sites?
Yeah, about 1,000 probably. Macari, eBay. Nah, is that social media site? No. That's what is that? It's where you buy shit. Come on, what is... I can see what people were saying, like, why are they blocking all this out? So she's talking about something here, and they're not doing it. Yeah, this is not real either, guys, is it?
So we're going to kind of go back and try and get a little bit of the timeline, okay? So what did you guys do last night? More specifically, if you were by yourself and not with that group,
Well, what's her response?
Ethan was in the house, so was Anna.
So you're with...
One of them is my roommates, and one of them is her boyfriend.
Okay. So you're with Ethan...
And Xana.
Xana?
Mm-hmm.
Can you spell that for me?
X-A-N-Y.
X-A-N...
A, sorry.
X-A-N-A. Okay. Okay, so I'm just trying to...
Ethan was in the hospital? What?
Sometimes it helps me put names together. So you were with Ethan and Xana last night,
Yeah.
Yeah?
And do you know Ethan's last name?
Keegan. I don't know how to spell it.
And Xana's last name?
Kernoodle.
Do you know spell it?
I think it's K-E-R-N-O. Maybe another O-D, Plea or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're with them at 6 times?
Kaylee Chipotle.
Yes, get the second guy's last name.
Around 8 something. Maybe 8:30.
So 8:30 p.m.?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. And prior to that, were you guys just at your house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you left from your house?
Ethan was that formal because he went with his sister because she didn't have a date. And then we were just hanging out at our house. And then he came over and then we all walked over together.
Okay, so that was you, Ethan, Xana. Was there another person with you? Or just the three people?
Maddie walked over with us.
Okay, and that's...
Logan.
Logan?
Mm-hmm.
Is it M-A-D-D-I-E?
Mm-hmm. Her real name is Madison, though, I believe.
Okay. So you guys all walked over to... You were there about 8:30. Okay. Were you guys all pretty much together or just kind of mingling throughout the house most of the night?
We were all pretty much together, and then Maddie left to go to the club with Kaylee. And then I was with Ethan and Xana most of the night, but then one of my friends came. Her name is Steve, and I hung out with I don't know how to pronounce it, and her full name is bigger than that.
Okay, that's fine. You have a phone number for her?
Yeah.
It's in your phone. Okay, we can get that. Okay, so you were with, and at that point, Ethan and Anna were just kind of hanging out still at the house? Okay.
And then I went to our other friend's house.
Okay. What time was that at?
I don't know, maybe like 12-ish. I could be wrong.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
And where's that house?
It's just like up the street. I don't know the address.
Okay, up the street from...
Sigmakai.
Okay.
Kind of.
So you guys are at Sigmakai, so you're walking back towards...
We're walking back towards my house, and then we'll go this way.
So like when you got to Taylor Street, you went up? So if you walked all the way from Sigma News...
Or
Sigmakai, sorry.
Yeah. You know the apartments, the whites?
Yep, I know the whites.
It's like that street, that way.
So on Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Do you know roughly where on Taylor? Or does she live maybe in one of the other off streets?
It's on Taylor, but it's like one of the end houses by the intersection. I don't know how to explain it.
Alright. Okay. And whose house is it that you went to?
It's... And I don't know their other roommate.
And... Okay. Alright, so you and you're at this house. How long were you here?
Maybe like 40 minutes. And then I left by myself and went back to my house.
So you walked home maybe around 1-ish?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you see when you got home?
We're sitting on the couch watching Vampire Diaries. And no one else was home yet.
And is another roommate or what's last name?
Wait a minute. I thought Dylan came home first, and then Bethany came home about half an hour later, right? That's what I thought. Dylan came home first, and then Bethany was about 20 to 30 minutes behind her, correct? But now, wait a minute. So is Bethany saying here that she was home alone?
We're sitting on the couch watching Vampire Diaries. And no one else was home yet.
No one else was home yet.
And is another roommate or what's last name?
She's a Bethany.
Oh, okay. And
I actually don't remember her last name right now.
that's fine. And is live with you guys too, or just with you?
Just a friend.
Okay.
And then she left.
Do you know what time she left at? But you were all watching
Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
You got to do better than that, Bethany.
Anything happened during that time period?
We were just hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Do you know who else was in
And
the
doing
house at
what?
that time?
No one.
No one? Just the three of you? Okay. So, let's go a little bit more then. What happened next?
Push a little more.
Me and Kaylee came home from the club. Left.
Maddie and who?
Kaylee.
Kaylee. Okay. And they got home from the club. You know what time that might have been?
I think I told one of the cops that was talking to me at the house, like, better times.
Okay.
I don't really remember right now. Maybe like 2 something, 1.
So if you got home around 1, that would have put them getting
Like
home.
1:45, 2, something like that.
So near bar break? Can I guess?
What?
Like near bar break?
What does that mean?
Bars normally close at 2 o'clock here.
Oh, yeah. They went to Broad Truck after, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Which
Uh-huh.
Maddie and I took Murphy out to pee. The dog. And then I said I was going to go to bed because I was tired. And she said she was going to go to bed too. And then I went to my room. I was going to sleep. And she came and knocked and asked if I had Murphy. And I said no. And then I went to bed.
Okay. So what time did you think you took Murphy out?
Probably like 3, 2:30.
2:30 to 3?
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you normally take Murphy to go to the bathroom?
Just the back door in the kitchen.
So which one is 1122? So if I'm coming up King Road off of Taylor.
It's the big white house up there.
All the way to the very top on the right?
Well, it's technically on Queen, but the address is King.
Okay. So is it the one that's tucked back as you're going up to 500 Queen Road? Those big apartments? It's kind of back just a little bit? Okay, so you normally go out the back deck then?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I know how to trust you then. Okay, so you go there.
Wow. Some hard-hitting stuff here, guys.
And then, how long do you think that took?
I was out there for maybe like 10 seconds.
Why? Okay.
So then you both come back in.
So here's the question. Well, how comes you're only out there for 10 seconds? So, that's a good point, guys. Hang on. So, guys, we should be making a list of questions that the police should be asking. Like, well, this would be one of them. Why did you stay outside for only 10 seconds? Huh? Why only 10 seconds? Just curious. Why only 10 seconds? That's my question. So I'd be like, wow, only 10 seconds? How comes you only stayed out with Maddie and the dog for only 10 seconds? Explain that. Oh, so she'll say what? I was cold. I was cold. Okay, you're cold, right? So then you'd say, okay, well, if you were cold, then did you tell Maddie that you were going inside because you were cold? See, I'd want to know that then. Well, did you let Maddie know that you were going in, right? That'll be another one. So she says, no. Okay. Well, I'd be thinking, well, so you just left her out there thinking that you were still out there, but you actually left, went back inside. You didn't tell her, and now she's out there with Murphy by herself. Okay. And let's say Maddie starts getting distracted and maybe gets on her phone or whatever, and is not thinking about not thinking about the dog, Murphy, and thinking that. So my guess is Maddie at this point is thinking that that Bethany is watching Murphy, right? But Bethany doesn't tell her that she's going to go in. And so she leaves after 10 seconds while Maddie's out here doing whatever. And Maddie's probably thinking, well, what the fuck's Bethany? Because I thought Bethany's supposed to be watching Murphy, right? That's my guess what happened there. And so Maddie comes in, doesn't know where Murphy is now, and that's why Maddie comes to Bethany's room and asks her, where's Murphy? Did you see Murphy? And she probably said, because I thought you were watching him when we were outside. Yeah, tricky little Hobbit. Tricky little son of a bitch, this one. Yeah, she is. She's a tricky little son of a bitch. Let's keep going.
So I
came in before she did.
Okay. Did Maddie still have the dog then?
Yes, I think so.
How do you know?
You went out for a little bit, came back in. Do you know what time Maddie came back in? And you went straight to bed when you came back in?
Okay. Sure. No, you didn't.
How long after you went to bed do you think Maddie came back?
Actually, I came in and grabbed some chips into my room and watched the show for a little, and then I went to bed.
What were you watching?
called Baby Daddy.
Okay. How long do you think you watched it?
Maybe like 30 years.
So one episode maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like a half.
Okay. And did Maddie come in during that show or after?
She just knocked on my door, I think, during and asked if I had Murphy, and I said no.
Okay. Then what happened after that?
I just went to bed, and then I woke up and I was like half asleep, and I just thought I saw like a firework or something, like it just sparkled like under my door, and I thought I heard like something kind of fall, and then Murphy barked, but I thought people were just making like food, like, and Ethan was here or something and knocked something over because he's usually loud in the kitchen upstairs.
Okay. So what do you mean by you heard a firework?
It sounded like a little firework, and then there was like a spark. I went by my, like, I'm on the bottom floor.
Okay.
And so it kind of looked like it came down there, but I don't know.
It kind of looked like it came down there, but I don't know. So what are you talking about? See, again, she's not making any sense. So she says she saw it out, like, by her door, but then she's saying, or it could have came down the first floor. Like, so you're watching something like roll down your hallway? Totally, her whole story is a bunch of shit. Especially when we get to this part. Everything that happens after 2 Beyond is all nonsense and lies. And let's see if she makes any sense.
So is Murphy your dog?
Kaylee's dog.
Kaylee's dog?
Kaylee and her ex-boyfriend's dog.
Okay. So you heard Murphy bark right after you heard what you thought was a firecracker?
Yeah, something like that, but I don't know, dogs bark at random things. It's like, I'm just happy.
Okay. It didn't sound like an angry growl or anything like that, just a bark?
I don't really know. I was like half asleep.
Nah.
So,
I'm saying half asleep.
hear the firework, kind of see a spark underneath the door. Murphy barks. What did you hear after that?
Pretty much nothing.
Nothing. Okay. And you thought maybe someone was just in the kitchen at that point?
Yeah, just like someone accidentally fell into the table or something. And she was like, what might be?
Do you know about what time that might have been? Do you have any idea?
4 or something. I tried to call at like 4:20ish. Around that time, and no one was answering. I thought they just went to bed or something.
Sure.
What happened after that?
Yeah, why are you calling him?
Called me, and she said she thinks she saw someone.
Dylan called you?
And I didn't know, like, really what to think of it, because sometimes we think we hear things a lot in the house, but it's usually just Ethan walking around. She came, I told her to come to my room, and
Does Ethan usually scream at the top of his lungs when he's walking around? You fucking Hobbit C-word.
sleep with me, and we could lock the door, just stay in there just in case.
Just in case.
There was anything, and that's all I know. And then I fell back asleep.
You believe that, guys? Does that story hold true for you? Now, if you're a real investigator here, and this was a real interrogation, guys, you would listen to that and be like, no, there's something about that doesn't make sense for me. Let's try that again. What happened? Walk me through to the point where you and Dylan start talking to each other. And what did you guys say to each other exactly? And why did you feel that it was safe for Dylan to run down to your room instead of running outside the house? Why did you feel that, Miss fucking Hobbit? And your fucking boohoo 5-year-old. Don't, you fucking cunt. Fuck you.
No one else talking. Make it to your room then? Okay, what time did she got in your room?
Around like 4:20, 4:30.
Okay.
Oh, what do you? Oh, yeah.
Where's her room located to yours?
I'm the only one on the bottom floor, right by the front door.
Okay.
And then you go up the stairs. And Xana's room. room, the kitchen, and then upstairs is Maddie.
And then you say, "Oh wait, so your room is closest to the front door, right?" Yeah. Okay. So then why didn't you guys just leave? I don't know. We had to finish the Vampire Diaries. Fuck you. Liar. You're a fucking liar.
And did she say anything to you when she got into the room?
She said she thought she saw a man, but I didn't know what to think of it. I was like still half asleep, and I didn't know what to
Still half asleep?
It didn't sound like I didn't hear screams, I didn't hear anything.
Didn't hear screams? Oh. Well, what makes you think at that moment you should be hearing screams? Huh? Right, Bethany? In that moment, why should you be thinking about hearing screams? You fucking liar. Yeah.
But no, so she didn't say anything more than she just saw someone.
Yeah, that's all I remember her saying.
Uh-huh. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Here's what you do. Here's what you do in this part, guys. If this was a real investigator, you're pissed off, you want to get this case solved now, here's what you say to her. You say, look, well, you can play this card, and it might go bad, but you say, look, we're both adults here, right? That's what you say. We're both adults here. So we don't, can you please drop the act here? Now let's talk about what happened. That's what I would do. I'd be like, kind of like, drop the act. Okay. Just now I need you to be focused, and you can cry later. Okay. You can cry later, but right now I need you to be focused and talk to me like an adult. Okay. Right now I don't feel like I'm talking to an adult. So drop whatever that is, and we need to talk to each other as adults here, okay? That's the kind of shit you do. That's, hopefully you can get through this stupid baby bullshit she's trying to give you. Pretty much you're saying, cut the shit, cut the act, right? That's what I would say, cut the act. What happened? Because what you're telling me right now, it's not really checking out for me. Right? You fucking dum-dum. Eat some more donuts. They go to your head. They give you a donut head.
You have a parking lot, front door, and your bedroom's just to the right. Okay. And that's where you slept from by the time you finally got into your room around 4-ish or so. Actually, before that.
Like 3 something.
Yeah. So you were in there sleeping. Okay. Dylan got to your room maybe somewhere around 4:20ish, but Dylan was already home at that point. You knew that Maddie and Kaylee were home. Do you know when anyone else in the house got home?
I don't know when Xana or Ethan got home. I didn't hear them come in or anything.
Exactly. Okay. Nobody knows when they got home.
Okay.
Except, whoa. Except you and Dylan and her friends.
And Ethan was at the Sigma guys. Okay.
Uh-huh. Wow, they really blurred her out there. Holy shit. It's just like an orange blob now. Yeah? Which lie do you want to start with? Idiot.
Anything weird at the party there?
Just normal.
Okay. And
It's just normal.
see how the way that they're set up, where everyone hanging out primarily up in the main common room area, with most people hanging out in individual rooms and stuff like that.
It was a little bit of a mixture at first. It was in the apartments, and then it was the main room.
Okay.
And then as I was leaving, I wanted to grab a backpack from our friend's room, and Xana and Ethan were sitting on the couch just listening to music.
Okay. And that was in the main room, or that was in?
That was in an apartment.
That was in an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you hear anyone strange or odd hanging around the party?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you know of anybody in your house that has an issue with anyone? Any ex-boyfriends? Anything like that?
Mm-mm. All their ex-boyfriends were really nice, and they still are good friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Have you ever had any of your roommates complain about anyone stalking them?
Mm-mm. Once, though, Kaylee said when everyone was, like, gone, me and were at the sorority house for a meeting, and it was only Kaylee, and she was taking Murphy out to pee. This was a while ago, and she said she swears she saw someone staring at her while she was taking the dog out to pee from the backyard.
How long ago that was?
Maybe, like, a month. She could see, like, a man's silhouette, like, staring at her.
You think it was about a month ago?
Mm-hmm.
Did Kaylee have any issues with anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow. Come on. Is that it, buddy? You can't think of nothing else? How about this one? How about this one? Hey, would you be prepared to take a lie detector test for me? How about that? You could whip that shit out on her, see what she does.
None of them have made any comments or statements of anyone trying to come on to them or anything like that.
Yeah.
And you said that all the ex-boyfriends and that, they're all normally very nice and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of them fairly recent breakups?
One, but,
Like I said, every little bit helps. Can you give me a little information on that one?
his name's...
What do you say?
He lives...
This is Jack Decor.
down the street.
Okay.
On King, I think.
Yeah, down the street from Kaylee, idiot.
And he and Kaylee share Murphy.
Okay.
And they dated for 7 years.
And that's in Kaylee?
Mm-hmm. Or something like that. And
they dated for 7 years?
Something like that. Since high school. Their families are really close too.
Okay. And they shared Murphy?
Mm-hmm. I think.
Okay. How long will they break up?
Maybe like 3 months. Or something. But they're still on really good terms.
Do you know why they broke up?
She was gonna move to like, Texas.
Where's Kaylee from?
Portland.
Okay. Where is from?
Portland.
Okay. Okay. You said that they're still on good terms, still talking to each other?
Yeah.
Okay. Has Kaylee been seeing anyone else lately?
Not really that I know of.
Okay. Do you know when she was going to move to Texas?
After this semester. But then apparently she wasn't going to anymore. I don't know.
Do you know what changed your mind?
I think she wanted to stay here with all of us.
Oh, guys. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that at all. She wanted to stay here with all of us. Ooh. Not a good answer. That answer kind of creeps me out a little bit, guys. Oof. No, I'm pretty sure Kaylee was moving to Texas according to her, like the people who actually knew her. Not you, Bethany. Obviously, Bethany, you don't know. I don't think anybody. I don't think you. Well, fuck you. But let's watch.
But then apparently she wasn't going to anymore. I don't know.
Do you know what changed your mind?
Well, I think she wanted to stay here with all of us.
Oof. Do not like that. No, that's not. That's a morbid answer for me. Fucking Bethany, a Hobbit. Hey, you get a little morbid there, didn't you? A little morbid. She's gonna stay with here. She's gonna stay with us here now, forever. Yeah, Hobbit. Hobbit. Hobbit.
Is there anything else you think is important for me to know?
That's it. Nope.
And you might remember things later.
That's it.
It's very normal, okay?
Can I go home for Thanksgiving now, please? Fuck you.
If you remember anything else, please reach back out to us. And we'll bring you back in and we'll get that information, okay?
Okay.
I'll go back through my notes real quick before I have to go, okay?
My tooth hurts. Daddy, my tooth hurts. Oh, my friends are all alive, but wait a minute, I gotta take some pictures first. But Daddy, my tooth hurts. You can't hurt me anymore, Hobbit. The curse is broken, Hobbit. Just saying. No. She's like, are you kidding me? I can't even spell my name, okay? Right. Boy, how did she get into the university? Holy shit.
Alright, yeah, I very much thank you for
Wow.
sitting down with me, okay?
Good job, police officer.
In the room, just gonna be with your friends, alright? You sure there's nothing else?
Nope. Okay. Don't forget the Coco. You fucking asshole. Wow. What a great job you did. What a great job. Any more? Is that it? Yeah, that's it, guys. That is all she wrote. All right. All she wrote for that. All right, guys. Yeah, there's a million questions you can ask right there. Hey, take a lie detector test for me. How comes your story doesn't make any sense? You keep saying you were out of it, but then you're awake. Then you're telling Dylan to run down to your room, but then you don't remember anything after that because you're half asleep. And yeah, all kinds of questions we could have asked. How comes you didn't call 911 when you both felt scared? And lots of good things like that. Anyway, yeah, that wasn't a real investigation, guys. We know that. That was not a real interrogation. That was just some meatball who wanted to play patty cake with a fake survivor. Okay, now whether or not he knows that or again, there's no interrogation, so he's taking this as, well, this is a survivor, and they could possibly have nothing. They have nothing to do with it. Yeah. Anyway, terrible police work again by Moscow Police Department. Horrible. The worst police department in America, probably. Fuck you, MPD. I mean, this is about what? The 9 millionth mistake you made in this case? That was a absolutely disgusting, fucking embarrassing, I don't know what you call that, interview, I guess, not interrogation. That was one of the worst interviews I think I've ever seen. You're not trying to find anybody. You're not trying to find a suspect here. No. You got one of the suspects staring right at you. She is definitely an accessory to this crime. But we're treating her like a little baby. Whoa, don't cry. Gotta go Thanksgiving. All right, guys, we're going to end it there. I love you all. Back in the saddle a little bit. So sorry for spamming videos. I felt like I had to catch up a little bit, though. All right. I love you all. We'll talk tomorrow. If nothing else happens, oh God, let's hope the other two don't go. All right, guys. Love you all. You have beautiful dreams tonight, beautiful dreamscapes, and yeah. We're going to rock and roll tomorrow. We're going to pick it up, and we're going to keep going. All right. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope your day is beautiful now, and I hope you have an even better day tomorrow. All right. Until then, babies. I'm doing yes, there is going to be a contest for this one, and it's going to be this very last song. And I hope to God one of you guys gets it. I really want to give away a hoodie. All right. Check this out. All right. Bye-bye.
Hold out a hand, oh so cool. Oh, you're wrong. Oh, what shall I do? Love is what you want. Lying swords to take me away, your daughter.